Investigate the space station, eh? I think you're right. Let's see if we can find any survivors. Maybe we can find out what happened and who's behind all this. And if nothing else, it's fresh meat for the pit. Teresa, would you be a darling and mind the ship? Do please let us know if any interlopers arrive, and, kindly deatomize them before they cause any trouble. Sure thing. I'll hold down the fort. Just don't get yourself blown up. Oh, I will be the soul of caution. The various crew members head to their ships for the short journey over to Forbearance space station. You, Book, and his beastmen gather your gear and prepare to board the station. Teresa's voice crackled over the Vox speakers. All right. Initial scans indicate that some life support systems are still active, and I'm getting a few faint life signs. All right, boys, I'll be in your ear if you get into trouble. As the docking bay doors open, about a dozen shuttles, fighters, and modified landing crafts float through the debris field surrounding the station. You remember your training from Teresa, and throw in a few prayers to the machine spirit you picked up from Antarax, just to be safe. You manage to avoid the worst of it. Your heavily armored transport takes a few dings. You have a little turbulence, but nothing too serious. The Vox crackles to life.
I told myself I wouldn't say anything. But I must say, my friend, that your ship is about the ugliest thing I've ever seen floating through the void. And I've seen plague fleets. It looks like something an orc would put on the end of a stick and bludgeon someone with.
Book grabbed the Voxcaster.
Practical isn't always pretty, boss.
A principle you hold to with religious vigor, my dear Book. See you on board.
Asshole.
You and Book eventually land and exit your vessel in your void suits. Book looks more than a little odd, as his helmet had to be greatly enlarged to accommodate his horns. The other vessels all landed near the largest breach in the hull of the space station.
More excellent aesthetic choices I see, Book. All right. Now let's see if we can find something to murder.
The motley crew of the Obeziana split up. You, Book, the Beastmen, and Kazazel began making your way to the bridge.
If things are all still somewhat operational, we might be able to find some data logs or vid captures that might be able to tell us what in Cain's Sphincter happened here.
As your group makes its way to the bridge, Ophis the Slith's voice comes over your comm system.
Found something. Looks like what's left of a torso. A torso? Lovely. That really narrows down who the attackers might be. To almost everyone in this Isha-forsaken galaxy. I think the wounds were made by a chain sword. The skin is not cleanly cut. It's ragged and torn. See, that's much more helpful. We're probably dealing with Monkey. It could be orcs, but they would have looted every bit of scrap they could from this place. And they wouldn't have exactly hidden their presence.
As the doors to the bridge slide open, your eyes meet with a grisly sight. The command center of the space station was covered in blood. Disgusting, congealed blood. You are grateful for your void suit because the smell would have been awful. Rotting, dismembered carcasses were strewn about, all having been brutally hacked apart. In the center of the bridge was a pile of skulls. The skin of each one had been flayed off.
Well, I think we might know who's behind all this.
Hey, Kazazel, check out the writing on the wall.
Yes, there it is. Blood for the blood god. Yes, I see it. I think I understand.
And the new guy got the security footage running. Wow, look at those berserkers go. Even on my best day, I couldn't kill that fast.
Yeah, thank goodness they're not known for their subtlety. I imagine they showed up during the warp storms.
So what now?
Teresa, darling, are we still clear? Are there any nasty ships full of lunatics coming right for us?
That is a negative. Everything's clear.
We still have some time, but this complicates things.
So what's the plan? We turning tail? I know you don't like dealing with chaos, boys.
No, I have a better idea.
What? Are you gonna fight them?
No, Book. You don't fight Cornates. You kill them. They're not psychers and they don't exactly hide themselves. I think we can still pillage ourselves rotten. A well-placed round from about a half-mile away is my preferred method of dealing with these maniacs. Right. Let's grab what we can and get back to the ship. We need to know where these madmen are. Odd that none of their ships have appeared on our scanners yet. Well, come on, my friend. What tickles your fancy? I think the brig on board still has life support. We could go make some new friends.
I want to hit up the armory. Might still have something worth stealing.
Actually, I could use whatever data logs you can scrounge from there. From what I can tell, most of the data and history of the station is archived on the lower decks. You get that for me, and you'll be well paid, newbie.
It is time once again to choose your path. You have stumbled across a massacre on Forbearance space station, and it looks to be the work of a Cornate warband. They seem to have moved on, and there are still things of value to steal from the station. Do you want to join Book and see if there's anything worth stealing in the armory? Do you want to follow Kazazel and see if you can help him secure some new crew members? Or do you want to secure the archives of the Forbearance space station for Teresa? Do you want to do something else? You'll be able to vote in a poll in the community tab. You may also comment below, and if your own suggestions get enough likes, it may help influence the story as well. No man do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Thank you all very much for listening to this week's episode of Kazazel's Merry Marauders. If you liked what you heard, please leave a like and comment, as that helps ensure that warp storms will not randomly vomit a Chaos Warband onto your planet. If you have not yet subscribed and you enjoyed what you heard, please do so you can hear more stories about how different species from across the galaxy can unite in the common cause of ruthless piracy. And if you have absolutely no idea what's going on, you can click on the playlist link, which should be appearing on screen right now. And if you would like to support this channel, you can donate via PayPal, or you can join me on Patreon in order to have your own name mentioned in the credits and to get other neat stuff depending on your tier. Thank you all very much again. No Man out.